Here we are on the Friday afternoon with the spaceship. This time I need to change the inner track rod. The inner track rod. Is it? Yeah, this thing here. So basically you have the track rod end that connects to the inner tie rod. Yeah, that's what it's called. And the inner tie rod connects to the track and the pinion mechanism. So I did a test. My wheel was having play this side, so I've concluded that it's this inner tie rod here. Now this is the symptom that, like, when you go to the doctor everything stops hurting. Now it doesn't seem to have that much play, but maybe it's because I've just messed it around and spun it a couple of times. But the thing is, this is falling like that, and the new one, I can't even move it, so it's very hard to move. Now the hardest part of this job I found was removing this ring. Why I'm saying that is because this boot here is way in there. And also, it doesn't help that this joint here, this fastener for the ring, is on the underside. And if you look closely on these cars, you can't get to that point from the underside because there's the wishbone, and then there's this metal structural part, and then there's other bits in there, so you can't really get in there. So what I ended up doing was, I had an inspection camera with a long screwdriver, so I kind of shoved the inspection camera all the way in there and worked my way in this thing with the screwdriver while looking at the monitor of the inspection camera. This almost made me give up the job, because I was like, how am I gonna get in there, man? But hey, I did it. So the boot is off. The boot is alright. Everything looks fine. I hope it's this that gave me play and not the steering rack, because if it's the steering rack, that's gonna be an interesting job to do, an interesting story. Definitely a clip coming out of that one if I end up doing it. Now for this bit right here, it does have grooves for wrenches, but it's very hard to get an actual wrench in there and use it. So I ended up buying this tool from eBay, which is like a U-shaped bar with grooves in it, and then this has grooves on this side. So you see these 14 mil nuts, so if you tighten them, it kind of sandwiches the thing in, and that is a mechanical, not sure of the size, but that square bit there will fit in this breaker bar. This breaker bar has the bigger side, so again, I'm not a professional mechanic, so I don't know these sizes, but this is big, the one down from this, the one smaller from this. Alright, so I'm coming back regarding the sizes. So that square hole over there is 3/8, and the big one that I've been mentioning from the breaker bar, that's 1/4 of an inch. So I'll probably use the breaker bar in this, then 3/8 with a 3/8 extension bar to go in there, and hopefully take it out. Alright, so that's my setup: a 3/8 adapter to 1/4, and then an extension bar, and then this extension ratchet. As you can probably tell, it worked. Thank you whoever created this tool on eBay. It worked, yes. So this is the setup. Again, I'm making this clip because no one did this on this particular car. There's loads of clips on the Honda Generation 7, the Honda Civic G7, but none of the G8. So I'm trying to show people how easy or hard it is to do. So like to remove the track rod end, that's fairly easy. This thing is here like that. There is one of those castle nuts with a safety pin. You remove the safety pin and then you take the nut not all the way out. I like to do it like this, not all the way out. I line it with this fascia here, and then I have this press that just presses here and it just snaps this thing out. I've seen people hammer here, but I don't like to hammer things if I don't have to, really. And then when you take this out, make sure you count how many revolutions it takes. With me it was 13. This was the factory stock setting, so I'm guessing with everybody it should be around 13. And then when you put it back, you measure everything and you put it back like you had it. Alright, now out with the old focus, in with the new. There is one thing you should take into consideration. There's this washer thingy. So this washer thing, you see, it's got these teeth. These teeth go in here. 1, 2. So I think I should put it in first, this washer, fix it in, and then start screwing. I'll let you know if that works. So I've decided to replace the track rod end also. Since I'm here, might as well do the job properly. And next up is the other side, which will probably be similar, but I'll do that later, not at this point. So I've put it in. Now that disc washer slash lock nut, I don't know yet how am I gonna block it, because the disc washer is, let's say, so that's the part, right? That's the old part. But the disc washer goes here, and you're supposed to bend it inwards, like towards me. I don't know yet how I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be interesting. Yeah. But so far the part is in. I've tightened it as much as I could, so it should stay there forever, really. You see, this is the washer that I'm talking about, this one. And you're supposed to bend it towards me. So that's gonna be interesting, because I don't know how to do it. I'm probably gonna have to use some kind of a plier or something. Focus. That one there. So this is where having random tools pays off. So this is we call it a pump wrench where I'm from. So I'll try and, I don't think you've seen, but try and grab with one end of it, the actual washer, and then with the other one try and put it here but not destroying anything, and then pull it towards me, and that seems to do the trick. Okay, so I did it on this side and on this side with the above mentioned method. I kind of raked a bit this lip here, but that's okay. That's got nothing to do with functioning of the actual joint, so it should be alright. This will never go that high, so it should be alright, I think. Yeah. Alright, now let's go back to putting the gator on, the accordion bit, and reassembling this. Okay, now the boot is back. I think if you want to reuse the clip, I think you can. Just get a plier and like a side cutter in there, and just I can't do this with, you know, like this, but I'll show you when I'm done. Just squeeze this back in and it should be alright. Alright, it's in there. It was a bitch to take out, and surprise, surprise, it was a bitch to put back in, you know. Didn't expect that. I'll try and tap it in with a hammer if I can, but I'm okay with it being like that.